Hey, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, yes,
Officially.
yes. Welcome to Breakfast with the Thomas. And this is Work It Out Wednesday.
Work it out Wednesday. Happening today, baby.
Feel like uh-oh.
I feel it.
I got my
How you
vibe.
doing?
I got my coffee. We ready to go. We good.
All right.
That's good. Okay. Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Grand Rising. Welcome to Work It Out Wednesday. Yes, Mr. Thomas. Let's get it started.
Yes, today is a really cool show.
Mhm.
And one of the things we want to talk about, and it's really want to get people aware of what's happening. You know,
Go ahead.
everyone knows I'm a trader and I've been watching the markets, but we're not going to talk about trading, but we are going to talk about
It's significant.
what happens when the people who are running the market decide what you think for your value is unimportant. When they think when you call for yourself, when you call for your money or your gold or your silver to come back home,
Okay.
they find reasons. We have a strategic problem and we can't make that happen. And that happens for more than one reason. We have a great video for you this morning, brought to you by ITM Trading and Taylor Kenny. And before I tell you my opinion on what I think, I'm gonna let her share with you how it went down. We appreciate what she does at ITM Trading, and we are glad to be here and be able to, break down what she has so people can get it in on a basic level so they know how to operate in their day-to-day living and how it operates their personal finances in the home.
So we here at P2G appreciate the support that we get from all of the online as well as offline resources for learning in this space. One of those that we utilize often because they're a really good source of information to get us started in our studies for ourselves so that we can run our lives is ITM Trading. You have to turn it down. Okay, thank you. All right, so getting that, I thank you all for being on. Let's get some good information so we can start having some strong affirmations to life. Let's go, y'all. Woo. Get it popping, girl.
And then suddenly, right in the midst of all of this, the CME. If you wanted to stop a silver squeeze, what just happened is exactly how you would do it. This weekend, silver was breaking out to new all-time highs as physical demand was surging and inventories were tightening. And then suddenly, right in the midst of all of this, the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, goes dark. Oil, gold, silver, futures, the global derivatives market freezes. Now, the official excuse given was a cooling issue at one of their data centers, which very well may be the case. Although it did strike me as odd that they don't have redundancies, but wait, they actually do. In fact, they even have a backup data center, but apparently none of those worked. So they were down for 10 hours. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not a technical engineer. I don't have any insider information at the CME. I'm merely a journalist who thinks something stinks and that we should talk about it. Because even if it was a mere coincidence that the timing lined up so perfectly, that right as silver was ripping and the system was under stress, that everything went down, it does give us some very big clues about what is coming next for both silver and gold and how we can use this information to protect ourselves. In case you missed it, the CME, the world's largest exchange operator, suffered its longest outage this weekend, instantly triggering waves of speculation as to what really happened. Picture the scene from The Big Short where Michael Burry's short positions start winning, and suddenly every major bank has an excuse as to why they won't call him back.
You can't call me back for a week?
I'm so sorry, Mike. Goldman had a systems failure. I lost a ton of messages.
Yeah, B of A said they had a power outage. Morgan Stanley said the server crashed.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I would call it improbable.
This is because right before the outage, silver was reaching record territories as physical demand surged, inventories were very tight. There wasn't enough supply, which is why many believe that right when the outage happened, it prevented a massive delivery from going through that would have exposed the fact that there wasn't nearly enough supply. Now, again, this is all speculation, but what's not speculation is that there is a major imbalance between the real deal when we're talking about physical gold and silver versus the paper promises that are made. This is because the largest players in the game, the LBMA in London and the COMEX in New York, have long rehypothecated their gold and silver. This is a process where they can have multiple claims on the same 1 ounce. So let's say you have 1 ounce of gold. You could have a dozen or 100 claims on this same ounce, which would make it appear that there is a far larger supply than there actually is. This is where many claim that prices are artificially suppressed and that market manipulation comes into play. But you might be saying, okay, wait a second, how is it possible that they've gotten away with this for so long and what is changing now? And the answer is quite simple. It's because the majority of contracts don't end in physical delivery. In fact, less than 2% of total contracts actually result in real physical delivery. The other 98% are settled in cash or rolled over into a new position, which works perfectly fine until it doesn't. It's the same logic as a bank run. You can have fractional reserves indefinitely as long as confidence doesn't break down. But the second that confidence collapses and people start demanding the real thing, well, now you've got a serious problem. The illusion breaks. And that's exactly what's happening right now globally with gold and silver. Trust between nations, trust between central banks, trust in fiat currency and debt are all breaking down. People, institutions, nations, they no longer want paper promises. They want the real thing, something tangible, something with intrinsic value that has zero counterparty risk. It's why China has been busy building the infrastructure to support a new monetary system, one that does not have fiat currency or the dollar at the center of it. In fact, China has been extremely busy with their Shanghai Gold Exchange and making sure that they have a counterweight to the West's prior dominance when it comes to both gold and silver. In fact, recent data in China shows that silver inventories have hit a decade low after China has been busy bailing out London, shipping their silver overseas. And not only that, we also have seen backwardation when spot prices of silver are higher than that of futures, a sure sign of physical supply tightness. Even if you take the CME cooling story at face value, there are many other signs that show us that supply, when compared to the paper market, are completely different. There is a huge discrepancy. There's far less supply than they'd have us believe. But I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think that they can keep this illusion running for much longer? Or do you think that they're finally reaching the end of the road? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I personally am watching a lot of different signals, but one of the ones that I always keep a close eye on are what are foreign nation central banks doing with their reserves. Now, there have been a long list of nations, Germany, India, Hungary, the list goes on, who have been repatriating their gold or bringing it back home, which is a sure sign, again, of that trust breaking down between nations, as well as nations understanding that gold is going to be positioned at the center of the new monetary system. This is something that's happening right now. And just this week, Italy joins this long list of nations who wants to make sure they have control over their own gold, with their PM coming out and saying, this gold belongs to Italy, not to Europe, right? Going head to head with the EU. Now, I don't blame her. I'd be doing the same thing, but we will have to see how that all plays out. But again, another sign of nations, and this doesn't just apply to nations and central banks. This applies to individuals as well, making sure that you have control over your gold and silver. Physical, not digital, the real deal, because that's what you're going to want to have as this confidence and trust continues to break down. The key here is that the next time there might not be a cooling issue to avoid default. As trust continues to break down, it's going to be more and more difficult for those in positions of power to keep this illusion alive, that there is enough supply when we all know there's not. And it's evident in all the instances that keep happening, right? In 2020, we saw it when we thought there was going to be a default on gold in these markets because guess what? There wasn't enough supply to keep up with the demand. Suddenly, in a time of crisis, Everyone wanted the real deal. Don't wait until that moment to try and get your hands on the real deal. Make sure you have it now. We saw it again a year ago when there was basically a bank run on the LBMA, a gold run, and delivery times went from a few days to 8 weeks because guess what? The supply wasn't there. We saw it again with silver just a few months ago, right? We saw the same type of squeeze happening again with the backwardation and all these different signals letting us know that the supply wasn't there. This is going to continue to happen with both gold and silver, again, as more and more people, institutions, and banks realize that we are entering a new monetary system, that the currency that we are all relying on, this dollar-dominated system, is failing in live time. What do you think is going to happen when they can no longer keep the illusion on this thing? There's going to be a violent repricing, right? That's what's going to happen. You're going to wish that you had more of both gold and silver when that moment comes. If you think that they are expensive right now, they are cheap, right? But again, it's very important that you are positioned before things get worse, not after, because it will be that much harder to make sure you're protected in the future. And this is why it's so important to understand currency resets throughout history as well, because they always follow a pattern. Now, do I think that you should own both silver and gold? Yes, absolutely. I do. I own both, right? Do I think that both are undervalued and are going to go up? Yes, I do. But silver is what I'm going to be using for my daily purchases, right? For groceries, for so on. That's what we see time and time again during currency resets. Gold is not only going to protect my wealth, but compared to the failing fiat currency, if you look at any currency reset in history, gold always goes up exponentially, right? This is what you would use to convert back into, let's say, real estate or any kind of large ticket item purchase that you want to have. This is what's going to give you options and generational wealth. That's why it's so important to make sure you understand the functionality of both gold and silver and what you're preparing for. I'm not buying gold and silver as a speculative investment. Again, do I believe they're going to go up? Yes, absolutely. But I'm buying them as protection for what is happening right now with the currency reset that we are living through. And if you have any questions about that, or you want to understand that a little bit more, especially if this is new information, we do have a free resource that I highly recommend you download.
All right. Come on. So, you know, we talking about resources now, right? We're talking about some real serious stuff here.
The jig is up. The jig is up.
The jig is truly up.
Look, I have never, as much as I've watched the market, I have never heard Italy stand up and say anything.
Oh, no. We not Europe.
No.
That's our goal. That's Italy's goal.
Giorgia Meloni, the Europe Prime Minister, quietest woman you've ever seen at any EU meeting, spoke and said, no, this is our goal.
We have to speak up for what is ours. They have to start, when nations start realizing that they have to take ownership of the one thing that they have that's physically giving them value, that gives their people value.
Yes.
And they can't go down with the rest of the EU. Guess what? We got to start thinking about our households. Yeah. You probably should have been you probably have been. I can't say should have been. I'm pretty sure everybody's out here is pretty concerned with what's happening in your personal economy. Yeah. Well, when she talks about this violent reset that's going to happen of all of the financial value of these things, okay? And I'm just showing you guys, you know, I was just in a shop yesterday. I just went over to a shop yesterday to go, you know, to go do my storage for some gold and silver, and I picked up some of my order. These are what you call gold backs. I'm listening. I love listening. Listening gives you. I will. I love listening because it gives me an opportunity to hear what's happening in the space. So as another gentleman is in that space, he's doing his business. He's getting the similar gold backs. Come to find out, mine are a little more valuable. I'm so saying. Anyway, I know, right? I'm a little more valuable. Anyway, I pick up the gold backs, but before I get them, I'm just listening to what the gentleman is asking. He's asking this man to give him a discount on larger proportions of it. He's now, because he has a shop in Long Island. And he and a partner in Long Island are starting to talk to business owners in Long Island to take this for their property, for their processes, their products and goods.
Goods and services.
They're
yeah.
trading in physical gold and silver for services and goods in Long Island. Those guys, all those people also have shops. They have their businesses. They live and stay out in Florida. My question is why you as a business owner in Harlem, in Brooklyn, in Bronx, even in Long Island, why you not caught up? This the value, babe. Those dollar bills you crisping over, you drooling over is not.
We just had a whole incident where for 30 days, everyone who was on SNAP benefits and you were a business who provided goods and services to those
You're
people,
heavily affected.
Your businesses probably lost 10 to 15% of their business overnight because people had no money to go shop with.
They
and then you had a major infusion.
They had money, but they wasn't spending it. And I think we forget that. They had money, but where that money could be allocated for. You know what suffered? What suffered was Christmas shopping. What suffered was any excess clothing. What do you call it? Certain things like some women didn't get their hair did. These are shops. These are people who do business. They live on these services.
Yep.
Wait, how about that? Even the supermarket was tight. Talked to a couple of supermarket owners and was saying, "How you doing? How's the holidays coming?" They were like, "This we are doing at least 10% under what we do on a regular, not a holiday, not even compared to a holiday. They're doing below their regular profits."
Yep.
That causes something to happen. We keep forgetting how connected financially we all are. Now, let's go back to why gold and silver is so important for people like you and me. My question is when they start messing around with the dollar, because y'all know the dollar is not backed by gold and silver, right?
No.
Everybody here know we on the same page, right? You know that the gold and silver does not back the dollar. Not one of your dollars in your pocket.
You can read it. There's a note.
And you don't got to believe me. I tell everybody, don't believe a word I say. Go online and look it up.
You really got to go in your pocket, pull it up, see what it says. On
the daggone thing, it says backed by the full faith and credit, or they're backed by debt, all debts. How you?
For a note for
what's
all
that?
Debts, goods and services.
That's an IOU. You got an IOU that anybody that can be pulled, and it is being pulled slowly, so you don't run for the hills.
Mm-hmm.
It's being pulled slowly by devaluing it. Instead of you seeing it physically move, you're seeing yourself giving it away faster at higher rates for the same things you needed. So let's get back.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you don't get in, there'll be a point where you can't get in. And it's already happening. Scarcity is happening. The price is running. Silver ain't ran in decades.
Yep. The last time silver ran was 2012. That was the last time it made a significant.
What happened in 2012? We had a panic. Every time there's a panic, it's not a panic now.
Mm-mm.
There's no big event that took place that everybody's running for the hills. The economy is sucking worldwide, and the only value that they go back to is the real value, which is silver
and
gold, copper, platinum.
And I know I'm gonna say something.
And palladium.
I'm gonna say something. Most people think those pennies that they ran on have no value. They cost 4 cents to create, but there's enough penny in all the pennies that are created.
You mean copper?
Copper, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
To create value for somebody.
Because they're pulling back all of the supply.
They're pulling back all the metals.
Yes, they're going to pull back all the metals out of the metals, and they start with the change in your pocket.
Yep.
And you go happily and give it away, and not realizing some of you are holding value.
Yep, absolutely.
We actually teach this. So what you're on right now, oh my goodness. All right, so I want to make sure you get the fullness of what's happening, what's going down, y'all.
And then when we come
P2G
back,
ain't joking. We out here.
I want to go back and jump in on the video. There's a couple things that I want to bring to light in the video when we come back here. I thought you were going to jump to the commercial.
No, not at all. The commercial doesn't happen for a bit.
In the video, you notice they said Italy is calling back for the gold. In the video, they also showed the BRICS nations coming up, standing together.
Right.
People are joining the BRICS nations more and more. There used to be a waiting list.
So please explain what the BRICS are for those who might not be caught up, because it's so
Right.
important that we explain to our community. People keep talking past us and we don't understand, so we get the worst.
Got it.
Let's go.
Now, the BRICS system is this is an alternative to the current fiat system that we're on that's run, and the U.S. has been in control of the fiat, the currency system under the dollar, or what you guys know as the petro system.
Okay, so I think you're still going too far up. Who are BRICS? What does BRICS stand for? Who are BRICS? What's this? BRICS.
Okay.
We know what BRICS are, but we ain't using that. We need to specifically know what BRICS is.
Brazil.
It's not a financial system. It is a group of people making movements. Who are they?
Oh, it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia as well, are now trying to get back to the
South Africa. Thank you. That's what the S is for.
To come back and put gold as the center of exchange and their own personal currencies for exchanging goods and services.
And really what they're doing is they're reorganizing. So let me tell you let's go back to the history of the problem real short. I'm gonna keep it short. America, really, everybody goes what import exports are. The biggest thing America has pretty much exported since the 1930s is the dollar.
Yes.
So the dollar became the main currency for the whole world. And America has been kind of in control, which is why we were considered superpower nation. Had nothing to do with nukes.
No, not at all.
That's what gives someone power. Now, let me just try to put this to you. When you control the flow of the finances, you control the flow of the information and what people do. So what America did really good was send out dollar bills and made them required to be used to transfer and to trade with in other countries.
For goods and services.
Well, those countries realized after Russia in about the 80s, the 90s? No, actually about the last decade or so. Last decade or so, America decided they didn't like what Russia was doing. So they took and put a stop on Russia's ability to move finances. Yes, that their funding source for their banking system is here in dollars. And the bottom line is that woke up other nations. Other nations realized if they could hold your money and hold your value, and they got access to all of ours,
if they could weaponize the dollar,
they weaponized it against us. See, we call that financial bullying. And when they did that, just to let you know, and who did it? What president? I don't care who did it. What president?
It's been done for years.
Sweetie, it's been going on for years. So what happens is all the nations woke up to the bully. All the nations. It's like we can't watch one. We can maybe get back and watch one dude take a knockout and watch that fight. But wait, hold up. We all being bullied by them.
We all have.
And that means if they got them, they got us. So let's get together and see how powerful they are when we decide not to do business no more with the dollars. We're going to do business with ours. We're going to back it with gold and silver, real value. We're going to take our gold back. This is what's going down, y'all. And that's why your money looking funny. That's why your government printing out of control. Because they need you and I not to see that what's in your pocket until it becomes an asset is going to kill you. It's going to strangle you till you only have them and whatever new system they come up with for finance as a resource. I need y'all, wake it up. This is Wednesday, baby.
It's not going to be a resort. It's going to be a result. It's going to be a true result because, we had one guy say, and I love him for it, he says, if you let the government feed you, you'll let the government starve you. Shout out to
If you let the government feed your family, you will let them starve your family. So you got to learn. We got to learn as a community. Look, for those who are on stereo, I'm holding up some gold backs. What are gold backs? Al said to explain. Gold backs are small slithers or small values. Gold is measured by weight. This is 1,000th of a physical coin of gold. This is real 999, 24 karat 999 in this slip worth. See right here, I got, for those who can't see, I'm holding up what's called a gold back. Look it up on your phone. And mine is worth the value of 1,000 of a piece of gold. So while the coin goes up, I still got growing value.
Mhm.
The transfer of dollars in this right now for 1,000. If gold is $4,000, 4,200, it's worth $4.02 and 20 cents.
About that. Yep.
So when gold goes to 5,000, it will become worth $5. When gold goes to 6,000, 10,000, 12,000, it'll keep going up, and this will continue to grow in value. Let me throw some dollar bills in my pocket and try to see that happen. So what am I turning my dollar bills into?
Assets.
Small increments of assets. And that's one of the reasons why we teach with Pennies to Gold. We teach you how to turn your pennies into crypto,
Absolutely.
your crypto into gold and silver, and even usable processes to be able to pay your damn bills without having to keep going out and starting over again. See, the problem is we were never taught the system, and we keep thinking it's too intricate. It's too intricate. I can't understand. I am not good at math. You better stop speaking yourself down. You got more of the foundation than you think. So with that, I gotta promote what's happening, because I told y'all we was gonna get funding.
Yep.
We was gonna get funding. And for those of y'all who are serious about trying to get it, we got the funding, and right now what we're doing is we're signing people up. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. And for those who are in stereo, y'all gotta reach out to us if you really, that's the bus ride. If you really want to be a part of this next 12-week program for learning, really learning how to put your money to work for you. See, because the system been doing this for 4 years. We first started out, it was free. Then we got into the space in this last couple of years. We were able to get a decent value in our program to be able to make sure others got this. We got funding from a government source. Now we have a nonprofit that believes in this process so much that they're willing to fund up to 20 students. Now, I'm almost finished. I'm telling y'all right now, today is the final sign up for that class because we start orientation tomorrow. I have been putting this out everywhere. If y'all have seen me, you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you use the link that you see up front. If you can't find the link, I want you to find me. Go to p2gnetworks.com, and I'm just letting y'all know this is where it's at. Okay? p2gnetworks.com. That's the website. Go to our website and say, you type into I'm telling y'all, I have a bot.
Yep.
My bot is
Answer
my
that.
assistant. I get all those messages. I respond back. So if you go to the P2G website, respond to the bot, I will send you say, hey, want to take your class, send you the link. If you're curious, but you're not ready, sure if you're ready and you really want to know, I'll send you, tell me which link you want me to send you. We have an orientation tomorrow, but tonight we have a community. I got that. We're gonna hit those. I let people know. We got people out here. Y'all can type. I want y'all to interact. This is when I ask you the questions.
Yep.
What do you need? What are you out here? What's missing that you need to get in information so you could change your life forever?
What will it take?
This ain't no multi-level marketing. This ain't no cult. This is just education and application to change your life's elevation forever.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
The
indeed.
world changed, y'all. It changed. It became digital. I didn't make that up. That's not something I'm trying to promote. I'm telling you, it changed.
This is
And
what
if
it
you
is.
ain't got the foundation, you are left behind. You are the gap. And that you don't get to come up from this one. Without the knowledge, and because of the knowledge being the thing, it's costing you now. You can't, ain't nobody giving this away.
Nope, not at all.
My former partners are still charging. They're like, look, we wish we could get everybody in the program. Baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, I wish I could get everybody in the program. The only one can get you in is you. You got that. That form is the last one that's gonna happen until next year in April. We will see what happens in April, where we end up, because that 2025-26 second switch, 1 second switch, is gonna change everything. And where you land when 26 comes in determines on what you did in 25 about that being ready.
Yep.
Y'all scared of AI? You should more be scared about what you don't know, not what they do know, but what you don't know. I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas. I know we're gonna pop these bubbles. We got a lot of love in the house. Folks is out here. Let's go. We got, matter of fact, before we do pop those bubbles, I gotta say Grand Rising. I got Dr. Mick Von Doom. I love this. Guys, we're on multiple platforms today, and one of them is stereo. Unfortunately, stereo can't be in the visual sense. So we're gonna make sure we acknowledge them, let them know we give them some love in the morning. So here we go. Yo Nasty is in the house. Our sister Shelby is in the house as well. Shelby Nicole. What's up, mama? I'm gonna get this thing where we're gonna pop some bubbles because they left some messages. And if you have any questions right now during the show, type them in. We can see all your messages. Just go ahead and put it in. If you want to give love, I don't care if you got something that you want to share, because if you're promoting a business, we need to know. This is that platform. Let's go. Let's go.
It just says that this is a federal debt note.
There you go. She said her dollar bill says that this is a federal debt note.
Hey, what's going on? Shout out to Gold Banker. Shout out everybody in the listeners box. Interesting conversation that you guys are having about BRICS. I 100% agree. As far as needing to return to a gold system, thanks to Willie Woodrow, making it illegal for American citizens to harbor gold and arresting anybody
Woodrow
who
Wilson.
give it up.
Yeah.
And then of course Nixon,
taking us off the standard,
taking us off the gold standard, and
yep.
we wonder why our money doesn't purchase anything. It's because it's not worth anything.
Yep.
But I just think it's awesome that you guys are talking about this, because
Yeah.
America is headed towards a collapse. Like next year, it's gonna happen.
I told you. He said next year. I didn't.
Awareness of this stuff. I'll just be hanging out. If you play this, thank you. Bless you all.
Absolutely.
And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa to everybody.
Appreciate that,
Appreciate
King.
that,
Appreciate
baby.
that,
That's
King.
what's up. No, it's more. I'm gonna pop them all because we give
Gold
give
Banker,
our
I 100%
people.
agree with your synopsis about Russia. Yeah, Russia did realize that the moment we could freeze anything that they have going on, that's why China decided to get smart the moment that happened
Yep.
in the 90s. Because China's taking this giant step away at that time from, I guess you could call it just, communism. They're moving towards like an oligarchy where there's a appellate bureau almost.
Yep.
And they're trying to figure out ways to make China a self-sustained economy.
Yep.
And they did a fantastic job by alluring members of Congress, entrepreneurs, to outsource all these factories. And essentially pull the fucking Uno reverse card on America.
Yeah.
You don't control our economy, we'll control yours. And that's
Yeah.
awesome that you guys, once again, this is just great. I'm going to be hanging out.
That's what's up. And thank you, Dr. Mick. I appreciate
I
that.
was just about to say that. If you let the government feed you, they'll starve you. If you let the government say you can have guns, they can take them away.
Yep.
If you let the government say you can have money, they can make you poor.
Yep. Thank you.
That's the reality, guys. A doctor hopes you get sick. A mechanic hopes your car breaks down. A dentist hopes you get a toothache. But only a thief wishes you prosperity.
Thank
I
you.
don't know how much clearer this has to be.
I don't know where you at, bro, but you
Yo.
got a hug out there. You know why? Because until we start realizing the language that's being spoken, sweetie, let me tell you something. The reason I will never tell you not to do your thing with your voting and everything. That's up to you. But don't you dare depend on that to get any security, safety, anything. You do not depend on who is running this damn country, because it is their job for you to need. That's the whole job description of a politician. If you don't have a need, they ain't got a job. Come on, somebody.
They've been saying it for years.
When did we not figure that out? Your doctor does not hope that you're well. Like he said, your dentist hopes you get a toothache. That's the nature of their job. Your mechanic prays that your car breaks down. Y'all get how this works? So if y'all are ready to roll into the reality of how to shift this stuff for yourself, please use the link. And for those who can't see the link on stereo, please go to the website P2G. It's right above you right now, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
And let me just tap my sister's.
But I haven't been able to figure out how to get on the live.
And anyone having trouble with technology, that's part of what we teach in those 12 weeks of the program. The goal is to help people not only catch up with how to manage finances, but how to think strategically about, one, digital finance. What is it? How does it work? What's out here? What are people doing? Not the average person that's sitting there twerking their ass on Twitter. All right? I ain't talking about them folks. The ones taking video of negativity and violence. I'm not talking about those folks. What I'm talking about are the people who are silently making a shift in their economy,
Yep.
changing the destiny of their families through the personal information that they're getting, through conversations in new groups of people who think a different way. We out here talking to y'all because this is something my husband and I have as a mission for our life. This is a mission that I let you know right now, can't nobody buy from us. Can't nobody pay us for. I've had, look, my last partnership was like, yo, we're going to get paid. I'm like, okay, good, but we got to do things the right way. Why? Because too many times when we tried to save ourselves as people, we got thwarted because money.
Money got thrown into space.
Because we were following the same old. I told y'all, I already know why I know exactly why the Black Panthers went down. And everybody go, it was the infiltration of drugs in the community. No, you didn't have an organization recognized by the Constitution so they could leave y'all the hell alone.
Yep.
You didn't have that. You ain't know nothing about that part. You ain't have no treaties in place. You had no trust in place. You just wanted to walk out there with what you thought you knew, but you ain't have your paperwork right.
And you had the right idea. You were on the right track. You just didn't complete.
You just didn't have a compliance with something that is bigger than these folks walking on these streets. So a street trooper could tell you something when you ain't have not just knowledge, but power put behind you properly and everybody in alignment. That shit is over. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. But those days is over. Those days is over, y'all.
And one of the things
the jig is up.
You got to realize, the world isn't as big as we used to think it was. It's a lot smaller because of technology. And, 6 degrees of separation is a true thing because someone is coming into class right now, getting ready to change their way of living.
That's right.
They're right next door to you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't miss the train. And
your neighbors ain't telling you that they getting it together. No, they're not sharing that. You. Some of y'all be like, that's that stuff. When you do hear it from someone who is willing to share this, look, I would have never known about the people that are trading in this now. Businesses, barbershops, stores, they trading in gold. They trading in gold backs.
Look, you keep it simple. Everyone here probably saw John Wick 1, 2, 3, and 4. What was the mode of transfer of money? Remember when his dog got hurt? What did he do? Go in his basement, break it open, and what did you find?
A bunch of gold.
Gold.
He ain't have no dollar bills up in that mug. He had foreign money. He had gold and silver because he knew exactly the world he needed to go into. He had debit. He used debit cards. Why would he need cash? And the cards that he had, no bank, shadow banking. My loves, let me share something with you. Everything ain't everything. Don't get it twisted. Everybody go, everything is everything. No, it's not.
No, it is not.
It is not what you think. There is another world out there. And there's this level of knowledge to gain to be able to access it. And that is what we're doing. Now, do we give it up? We give everyone comes to the 12-week class and they finally crack this. You know what happens? Our problem is we give you the basics and you run and find the rest. You are the catalyst we are the catalyst to your personal growth. Wherever you go, it already came. Wherever you're gonna go in life came in the door.
Yeah, you came in the door.
Everything that you were gonna be came in the door when you got there. The only thing that we do is we open you up to seeing it. That is all we can do. Because my goal is that you don't need a mama. You don't need a mentor. You might need a coach. Because, sweetheart, I don't want you aspiring to what I want. I want to see what you got.
Yo, David,
what you coming with. That's what's up.
Brother David, I see you out there. Go get that money. Go get that silver. Go get that.
Speaking of which, that's what's up. We got folks out here. David Miner. That brother is we went from this space, saving in gold and silver, and I'm telling y'all right now, you about to buy more silver, get it right now. It's tight. Silver has shifted. Silver was in 2020, come to think of it, when I first started discovering, the silver part, because I was saving in small increments of gold. And I started learning about, silver too. Okay. Mm-hmm. Silver was cheaper. I was like, I'll go with that. It was $14 a coin. Shoot, this was $14.
At one time.
Ain't playing. Let you know right now, a whole coin, while gold was up to about $1,200, $1,400. So I was like,
maybe not yet.
Maybe I need to get some of that silver more than that. I have more. That was my dollars. That was my money. And then I discovered that silver has its own type of value, its own use case. And as soon as we learned use case, it made all of this easier to deal with. A lot of people go, well, I need money now. Yeah, but you also need to have money for later, which is the one thing y'all guys are not doing. You don't have any value that someone else holds when the dollar falls apart. As the dollar is crumbling in your pocket, you're putting more dollars away. Doesn't make sense to save the same thing that's crumbling, y'all. I used to get so mad at Robert Kiyosaki for saying that savers are suckers. I'm like, how am I gonna get to where you go, God? How you gonna show me all of this? And then I didn't discover that he was talking about savers in cash are suckers.
Absolutely.
If you save in dollars, you're a sucker.
Yeah, because
you got caught out there with a debt, with bills and debt.
You know,
They're not the good kind.
There's good debt and bad debt.
Yep.
And if you're saving in paper assets, paper, you know, just anything that the bank says is valuable to them is not valuable to you. We got somebody else out there.
And by the way, this ain't paper, baby.
No, that's not paper.
That's not paper.
Yeah,
That's
hit
gold.
that button. Let's see what they got to say.
All right, cool. We got one more comment. Miss Shelby.
I agree with Dr. Mick. I like that he came on our show today.
Yeah.
I completely agree because me and my neighbor Wayne was just talking about that the other day. Like, what's wrong is we get everything from overseas.
Yep.
We don't have, like, all of our big warehouses, manufacturing warehouses and shit. Sorry, didn't mean to.
I know,
All
girl.
of that, like, for instance, the GMC plant that we had out here in Oklahoma by Tinker Air Force Base, and so many other. We don't make anything here in the United States.
Yeah, made in America is rare.
We don't have, because people, one, are lazy, and then two, the government playing the money game, like trying to control everything. Like, so China is smart. All of the warehouses and all of the manufacturing businesses are all pretty much in China.
If we read another made in China, child, I don't know what to tell you. And they're talking about tariffs are going to change it. No, it's not. It's not going to change anything. You think we're going to start? Got a question. How many of y'all looking forward to becoming factory workers? Americans, not my sisters and brothers across the pond. But to be very honest, how many of y'all looking forward to your next factory job as your security? None of you. Because Americans we were trained to be lazy, to be too good, I'm above that. And then they go and chase out the ones that actually take the jobs, that want those, because they're setting you and your kids up for them.
Yep.
Did you ever get that part? They're setting up you and your kids to take over what the people they chased out of the country are. You'll take it and love it, or you'll get nothing. And you want services? You got to get a factory job. You want services? You got to work. Oh, if you don't have a job, you could go to jail. And then when you get there, you still got to work. You're going to get a skill when you get in jail, because the jails will be owned, like they have been for a very long time, by corporations.
Yep.
People keep going, well, why would they? Because the line between the haves and have-nots are beginning to separate bigger. They want them nice and solid, and there's no ladder in between. So no more middle class. None of that. Controllable money, trackable finances,
at the push of a button.
And control by whom? I need you guys to realize we are not talking about some conspiracy theory. We're talking about the stuff that you guys are too tired, and not lazy. I'm never going to call you lazy, because you guys, Americans, are very hardworking. But the thing is our laziness comes in education. We are dull in the mind. A lot of countries sent their kids here to get the education we wouldn't take. I ain't going to college. I got to get a job. I got these bills to pay. Okay. So we get people coming into this country on visas just to go to school.
Yep.
The schools you and your children could not get into because the financial system you live in prevented them.
Wasn't designed for you.
You didn't want your kid to go. Now, let me try to explain this. Last 5 or 6 years that I've known of, since COVID, college has been free in every state practically.
Every state.
Community college, totally free. State college, totally free. Private colleges, you can't get in free. But you have not needed a scholarship to go to college in over 10 years, my loves. What'd you do with it? And by the way, I'm not saying college prepares you for any of this, but you know what it does do? And I had to let folks know, don't you ever give up an opportunity to learn the skill of learning, of thinking.
How to learn, how to think.
Of specific types of thinking, expanding your mindset. Because when you get there, you can choose what you want.
You know, I will say this, and one thing I realized, a lot of people I know who have gone to college picked up these two skills. Right. They picked up two skills: cognitive thinking and
decision making.
And decision making.
Yep.
That's the word.
Decision making. You know what the problem with most people? They can't make a decision. I just offered a free 12-week course in how to get your act together financially and be caught up with technology, financial literacy. Also, guess what? AI, cyber safety. And when I say cyber safety, I do not mean cyber security. I mean cyber safety, the user's process. Because unfortunately, it doesn't matter. You guys don't realize it doesn't matter what technology you have. If you can't use it properly, it's pointless. So we teach people this. We make sure you have this. Our courses come with free software, but you know what you got to pay? In this case, you got to pay attention and be there.
You know, one other thing I want people to get, you know, people have asked me many a time, how do I get to class? How do I get in here? Last night, I talked to a young lady who said she had no money. She's dying to learn financial literacy because her bank had been taking her for a ride. I called her last night, left a message, sent her a text message. She said, is it free? I said, yes, we have a scholarship available.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the time right now. I can't do it.
There you go. And the answer is no.
No.
That's all. I'm not here to convince anyone to change their life. If you can't take the time to shift your finances and your mindset around money, then it's not for you. As simple as that. It's just not for you. And so we move on because once the class is full, there's no coming back. I'll see you in April. That's our next class.
We can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself.
Exactly. I've been doing this. Oh boy. I've been doing this for 5 years, honey.
Cinco.
I've been doing this for 5 years. We created this program out of a necessity. And I want to just share with you a little bit of who it is we partnered with. We were grateful that staying steady to the process and being accountable, just showing up when people didn't come, being there. Y'all don't know how much footage I have of classes. Developing every year with the economy, with the changes in technology. So we are in a place right now that we've never been. I'm really excited, partnering with other companies that have they do certain things. So what we do with folks benefits their companies. How we prepare them helps you get to the next level. But see, it took time to figure that out about ourselves. And we teach you how to find what your strength is and to amplify it, especially in finances. Everybody's not a trader. Everybody's not a saver. Everybody's not everything.
No, they're not.
So do you know what you are? And can you take advantage of that immediately? My brother D, I was introducing y'all to D Minor. D Minor happens to be an insurance. I think you're an agent. I don't know if you are a broker, but I know he's an insurance agent and he has a mission himself. And I want to share with you all the importance of that. First time I started in this space, I had nothing. And when I say nothing, I was on food stamps and child support. That man right there and I were not in an agreement in life, except that we care for our children and that we have a family to be responsible for, regardless of our personal feelings. Now, the first things first, I realized I was over 40 at some point coming out of that space, right? And still had nothing. I was in survival mode. But you know what, that first thing I got this $23 life insurance policy worth $100,000. It was the most expensive thing I had going for myself in my life. And when I say expensive, I'm not talking about the cost of it monthly. I'm talking about the worth of my life went up by $100,000 for $23 a month. I became a legacy to my family. If I died, there was something. But wait. So that was death benefits. I didn't know that was a tool until I started learning financial literacy.
Yep.
So my thing is y'all, everything ain't everything, and it don't all look the same. Sometimes you got to listen a little deeper. See, I know D Minor, and I know D Minor is going to help people understand the wider value of just a life insurance policy. So one of the things, if you ever want to raise your net worth, get a life insurance policy. It might, sweetie, I can't put it out there right now, but I've got a new policy, and it ain't even close, and I love it because of the fact is, you're not just what you're valued after you're dead. You're valued with what you can do with it. What can you do with it?
Absolutely.
That's where you come to P2G. That's where you come to the classes. That's where you show up at our study group. That's where you go to our physical digital financial labs. Yes, financial labs, because we ain't about that talk.
It's about training it, what to do, and how to use it.
So with this, I must introduce our sponsor. Let's go, let's go. So you guys, some of y'all were on a few weeks ago. Our sponsor is an organization called Brotherly Love, Brotherly Love Inc. And I really love their purpose. One of their divisions happens to be run by Darnell Smith. He is amazing. He's out here. He's out here in New York making things happen. He loves creating events. And one of the events that he's doing right now, let me see. We're going to change it so you can see. We have a Brotherly Love Inc. family bus ride. Yep. We have an event coming up at the Showboat in New Jersey where we're going to be taking families who would like to join. So again, go to P2G. I will give you the link. Today is the deadline because it's this weekend. It's a little last minute notice. It was for us. We've been sharing with a lot of families to let you know if you and your family would like to go on a boat ride in the New York area. You can be in the New York or the New Jersey area, and you can join us in on this boat ride, this bus ride to the Showboat water park, indoor water park.
Showboat Atlantic
Just
City.
because it's cold and it's cold on the beach doesn't mean we can't have fun in the sun. So I'm looking forward to anyone who would like to reach out. We are going to talk to you. This is not not automation. We're not just taking strangers. So I will be reaching back out to people and having conversations all day long. Today is a deadline for two things. The P2G BLI, which is Brotherly Loving, Advanced Digital Financial Literacy Program cut off is today. The program for the pool, for the advanced is at 5 p.m. So please make it in if you're interested. Make it in now so I can reach out to you and you can fill out the form and we'll call you today to set you up for your for orientation. And that way you get all the details and the good stuff and get started properly so you can be ready for day one of class. Now, for the weekend, please reach out immediately so we can add you to the bus ride information, get your details and all the good stuff, let you know what it is that you need and get you into our group. We always have groups on WhatsApp. You'll be added to the events WhatsApp and come on in. Guys, we're not here just talking, we walking. And we're connecting with people who walk too. I've been helping people save themselves, their finances, and really break down the process for over 5 years.
We have video, 2 tags here. I need you to run his commercial, run the spot, and then we're gonna come back and talk about tonight's.
So I'll show you. So basically, this is the water park voucher that you're going to be getting. You can go on, if you want, you can go sign up at Eventbrite right now. But only if you can make it and you're in the New York area for the 6th. It's an all-day trip. We leave at 10. We come back by 8 o'clock. It's a boat ride. And you got a boat ride. It's a bus ride over, and you'll be bused back to Manhattan. Those who would like to go, this is what we're looking forward to. I'm talking fun in the sun. Lots of activities going on the sides. You're going to be able to eat, play, do everything, and it connects to the hotel as well. Go ahead.
If you have young people at age 12, you must be accompanied by an adult. Must be
starting age 12. We want to let you know it's 12 and up. Young people under the age of 18 must be accompanied by an adult. They cannot go on the trip alone. So if you would like to take your young person, niece, nephew, aunt, cousin, family member, godchild, whatever, reach out to P2G. We cannot in any way finish our program without making sure that we give love to the people who have shown us amazing love over the years. I've had some amazing groups that in my life that we have. I can't say I. I have, and my husband has really enjoyed the things that we've learned. We had some amazing programs that we are still a part of. Some of them we're no longer members. We can't be members because we are building finances towards something else. So for right now, that's temporary. I'm really excited when I get back to my learning. Because
yes, indeed.
I'm not here to know it all. Y'all keep in mind, every person has to be a lifelong learner. We're here to teach you that you can still learn. Math is not a problem. Reading is not a problem. Your learning disabilities are not a problem here. We're not here to throw information at you. We want to show you how to play in the information age. That's what you're learning. We live in a database age. So therefore, you need to learn how to play.
Education can be gamified at any level.
That's right. And so let's keep having fun. We're coming back on. That's D. He said he had to get more silver. Hi, Miss Misha. How you doing? We see you. We see you, girl. That's what's up. And all those who are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I don't see us on Instagram, but LinkedIn. Yes, in our LinkedIn family. We want you to know it's you too. We are here for you too. Got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All of these things are changing price because something's happening to the money in the world. What's going to happen to your value, for the long-term value for you in your home? What will you be able to trade for? Y'all see, remember I was telling you, they trading this for food because they have it. Right now, this is $4.20.
I wouldn't rush to trade those. I might use a silver coin.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though? I ain't trading no silver coins with that sucker going up as fast as it. D, I ain't lying. D, you right. It said it's going up and fast. I don't mind. These are gold backs. 100 of them come in a pack. You understand where I'm coming from? 100 of them come in a pack. If you have an emergency and it's in a crunch, someone's willing to take this, you might get more than this is worth.
For.
You might get more than that's actually worth in weight. Why? Because anyone who will accept it or will know that's a higher value.
They already know.
They already know it's going up. So my doves, we are here to be the resource that you need, as we always have been. Yes, my
Talk about tonight. Let's get it right.
Yes. Okay. So on P2G Networks, you're going to go to the website. Yes, y'all are going to go to the website, p2gnetworks.com. And you're going to go sign up for the free platform for tonight. If you're interested in getting more information, asking questions face-to-face on Zoom, you want to get in and say, hey, Miss Ruby, what's going on? What's happening? We got to see what's happening. Go to p2gnetworks.com right now and go look for our class schedules. You can't miss it. As a matter of fact, tonight's program is in our, it's a lineup of flyers we have on there. Click the liner for that carousel on there has tonight's programming. Get in. Get some new information. Because until you do, you're spinning your wheels at a time you can't afford to.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people worry about, they be like, Miss Ruby, oh God, here we go. My family members, the same ones. There's no one coming. You can only save yourself in this game. The days of government funding, y'all already seeing what's happening with that. They're backing off for a reason because they got a new plan for y'all. Don't fall in their plan. Have your own.
They got everybody in the wheelbarrow.
Oh, and not everybody.
Trust me. Those who don't know,
I'm sorry, who's everybody? Mr. Thomas keeps putting himself in the wheelbarrow. I ain't there.
I know it.
And that's how we're going to do it. You bring yourself out of being in anyone's barrel. This is about us growing individually, but together. Y'all know what I'm saying? I'll see you soon. We love you much. There are levels to this, and don't worry, it all starts at 0, and we move up accordingly. We have one policy that I tell people: no man or woman left behind. And that's in that instance, I'm going to pop these bubbles because that is what we said.
I didn't know the Gold Junkie was on here. Hi, D Minor. How have you been?
I love it, the Gold Junkie. I forgot that's your name, baby. She says, hi, D Minor. How you doing? Then we have, here we go.
Well, since she don't, I got all the time in the world.
Oh, she said, I ain't got time. I got all the time in the world. So we'll check in with Miss Shelby. Guys, thank you so much for being on. Blessings and love to everyone.
Yes,
We do
indeed,
this
yes,
as a
indeed.
labor of love. This ain't a joke, and this ain't a commercial. This is get to the community that's growing in reality, because this is where we live. Mr. Thomas, you want to give him some love? I know I'm talking too much.
Look, all I'm going to tell you is show up Wednesday. If you want to be on the bus ride
Tonight,
for the family and the community, get to the
Get the link.
Get the link. Go to Eventbrite, and we have some other stuff going on. And look, Wednesday is it. We love you at Breakfast.
Deadlines are Wednesday, so make it to the website and ask for what you want. We'll send it to you. We
Peace
love you
and
guys.
love, blessings, and Clapper, Stereo,
Yes.
Twitch, Twitter, Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube.
I'm just going to put a line down there.
We got you guys.
We love you.
We check all our social media out, so wherever you find us at, we'll find you.
Absolutely. And with that, we got to give you all much love and give you peace in your day. Let's go.